Kia's latest Rio is no longer the wallflower of old, with a new look and the potential to unsettle European rivals. The Kia Rio isn't as aggressively styled as its sibling, the Picanto, but its striking boaty grille and large headlamps give the front end a bold stance. The swooping roofline gives it a coupe look, making this Rio much more eye-catching. It's longer, lower in height and wider than its predecessor, so the new Rio has grown up in more ways than one. Kia has pitched the Rio into the midst of a very competitive class. Its rivals include the Renault Clio, Peugeot 207, Toyota Yaris, Volkswagen Polo and class-leading Ford Fiesta. They all have a fight on their hands with the new Rio. There are 4 engines in the Rio's lineup, 2 petrols, an 83 bhp 1.25-litre and a 107 bhp 1.4-litre and 2 diesels, a 74 bhp 1.1 and an 89 bhp. They offer decent fuel economy and with a slick 6-speed gearbox, unflustered, but unremarkable performance. With 4 trim grades, 1, 1A, 2 and 3, there's plenty of choice, but it is the attractive 7-year warranty that could turn the heads of those who would ordinarily opt for a Ford Fiesta or Volkswagen Polo. Although a Kia Rio is on par with competitors in terms of list price, Kia dealers are usually willing to do a deal, so buyers could pick up a bargain quite easily if they are prepared to hunt around and haggle like mad. In spite of its modest proportions, it could well be a decent option for a company car driver looking to cut his or her monthly costs. The Rio 1.1 eco-dynamics CO2 emissions levels have been pegged back to 85 GkM for all trims, which gives choosers low payments as well as the kind of generous kit levels needed for drivers who spend a lot of time in their car. The entire Rio range is also available with Kia's fixed-price servicing plans, Kia 3 and Kia 3 Plus, which offer 3 or 5 years servicing for a modest outlay. For the full Kia Rio review, read on. Performance: 4 engines will be available in the Rio lineup, 2 petrols, an 83 bhp 1.25-litre and a 107 bhp 1.4-litre and 2 diesels, a 74 bhp 1.1 and an 89 bhp. Through town, the 1.4-litre engine, which is mated to a smooth shifting 6-speed gearbox, was fine. Out on the open road, however, accelerate hard and it lacks punch. Passing maneuvers need to be well planned, and it is wise to keep momentum up or you will have to work the gears quite hard to complete them. This is reflected in Kia Rio performance, with 0 to 60 miles per hour taking 11.1 seconds. Its top speed is 114 miles per hour. Handling: the Rio is great to drive in town thanks to its light controls. Take it on fast at twisting broads, however, and the vague steering can become frustrating. The Rio is fairly grippy and agile, but it could have been much better if there was more feedback through the steering. The Rio is capable and resists body roll quite well, but it's just not as involving as a Ford Fiesta. So, it isn't an ideal choice for enthusiasts, but it is fine on motorways where you can enjoy the comfortable ride. Equipment: Kia Rio equipment levels are broad, both in terms accessories and safety technology, and, like the smaller Picanto, standard Kia Rio accessories and equipment specifications are easy to understand. The car is available with 4 trim grades, badged 1, 1A, 2 and 3. The entry-level one includes daytime running lights, body-colored bumpers, door handles and door mirrors, speed variable front wipers, headlamp leveling, front electric windows, 15-inch steel wheels, a height-adjustable driver's seat, tow-way steering column adjustment on the petrol model, height adjustable only on the entry-level diesel, a tachometer and trip computer, split folding rear seats, a boot light, a 12-volt power socket and an MP3-compatible RDS radio and CD player with USB and O ports. Bluetooth is also standard on the petrol entry model, and on all versions with other trim grades. The 1A grade is for buyers who want the comfort of air conditioning without upgrading to Level 2. Level 2 cars get 16-inch alloy wheels, front fog lights and a chrome radiator grille surround. Inside, there is premium black cloth upholstery, rear electric windows 5-door only, a cooling glove box, electrically adjustable heated and folding door mirrors with side repeaters, leather trim on the steering wheel and gear shift and a center console armrest. The 3 specification adds 17-inch alloys with low-profile tires, ultraviolet reducing solar privacy glass 5-door only, LED daytime running and rear combination lamps, automatic air conditioning with auto defog, rain sensing wipers, cruise control, automatic projection type headlights, heated front seats and 6 speakers instead of 4. The comprehensive safety equipment list includes electronic stability control escape, link to anti-lock brakes with electronic brake force distribution EBD and emergency brake assist. The Rio includes hill start assist control as well, to prevent the car momentarily rolling backwards when pulling away up steep gradients. There are twin front, side and curtain airbags, plus seatbelt pretensioners and load limiters for the front occupants to hold the wearer firmly in his or her seat while restricting the pressure of the belt on the chest. Side impact protection is fitted, plus ISOFIX top tethers and anchors allowing a child seat to be carried in the front passenger seat rearward facing or any of the rear seats. The new Rio also has emergency stop signaling, warning following drivers of danger by flashing the high-mounted brake light 3 times when the car stops sharply. Comfort. The wheelbase has been increased by 70 mm over the previous generation, and this has helped the handling and, more importantly, increased space for passengers. The cabin feels quite roomy and there are decent amounts of leg and headroom in the front and rear. The back seats will easily accommodate 2 adults while you could squeeze 3 teenagers or children in, although only for short journeys. Kia Rio comfort is good and up front the seats give a decent amount of support for long trips. Road, tire and wind noise is relatively well suppressed for a car of this size thanks to a well-insulated cabin, although the engine is quite vocal when at high revs. Practicality. It may be 55 mm longer than the Ford Fiesta and it does feel roomier inside, but the Rio has less boot space. The Fiesta measures 295 litres while the Rio has 288 litres, although that's 3 litres more than a Vauxhall Corsa. Fold the seats and the boot space expands to 923 litres, making the loading of golf clubs a lot easier. Cabin storage includes a well-sized glove box, cup holders and a tray in front of the gear lever and a central console box, an ideal hideaway for your MP3 player while on the move. There's also a handy slot in the dash useful for buyers who exit car park tickets. Safety. The Rio received the maximum 5-star rating in Euro NCAP crash testing, improving on a previous generation's 4-star rating. Standard safety kit includes electronic stability control escape, electronic brake force distribution EBD, emergency brake assisted bar, ABS, twin front, side and curtain airbags and seatbelt pretensioners. Kia Rio safety has further been enhanced with its emergency stop signaling, which warns following drivers of danger by flashing the high-mounted brake light 3 times when the car brakes sharply. Reliability. Kia Rio reliability is not in question because the manufacturer has a reputation for building solid cars, and the 7-year warranty that comes as standard will help reassure any new owner. It also demonstrates how much faith Kia has in its own products.